The shot and goal by Coates, and it is a 1-0 lead for Crosbie Engineering.
That's a great rebound. Johnny on the spot. I should say Coates on the spot.
That's what happens when you drive the net, folks. Great job by Connor Coates. He had a goal in the last game as well in the same area.
I also did see the replay on that one. There was 3 red jerseys right in front of the net there. Let's see what the orange was.
Actually, MMT in their first 2 games yesterday, they both lost in a shootout. So they had a rough day yesterday. Today they're trying to bounce back.
Who's their head coach? Is that
Corey Crocker, the head coach in general, but it looks like he's stepping in for Jeff Lewis, who might be on the ice at the other side. So look, coaching change for MMT. Maybe they fired Jeff Lewis. Who knows?
could be a great coaches as well as players in between games?
We got a couple of trades last night. Actually, funny you mentioned that. Morfrost made a lot of moves getting rid of Owen Snow and Alex Cal. They picked up a second-round pick in next year's draft for Alex Cal, and they got, I believe it was Gavin Carlson in return for Owen Snow.
Wow, they're redoing the trades for next year.
Yeah, you can trade picks for next year. I didn't even know that until I found that out this morning.
Wow. It's the big leagues, guys.
Here's Hurley.
Down again.
Hurley taking it back in. Races around the outside and cuts back. Now the puck is given away down low to Cleary. Cleary twisting and turning, comes out to Lacey. And now Bursey, 2-on-1 up the other way. Groves alongside with him. Bursey fires it just wide of the net.
I wonder, was he looking for a little tip there in front of the net?
Here's Quinn Norman now flying up the other way. It's Quinn Norman in, and a big save and goal by O'Connell. All right, our sound is good now, folks. We really apologize for the inconvenience here. We really appreciate your patience. I think that's the longest streak of games we've gone without something going wrong. So I think we set a new record, and then, of course, Dale comes, and it all goes out the window. Dale's a bit of a curse here, in case you guys don't know, here at Seth Hyde Sportside. But again, we love him. We love to have him on the stream with us.
There you go. Thanks so much. Makes me feel special.
Yeah, so Dale was a former coach of mine, coached me this year in under 18 and under 15, under 13, and under 11. So I've had Dale pretty much my whole hockey career, and he also lives the next street over from us, so he doesn't get sick of us.
Exactly.
I hope.
Right. That's
but
right.
we're happy to have him back again this year at the showcase.
Oh, almost had a tip in front of the net there.
Burry gets it out to the blue line to Collingwood. He took a shot and then bounced up over the head of Toms, who was right there in front of the net.
Oh, save. Did you see that?
Liam O'Connell stretching out like he's Stretch Armstrong to keep that out of the net. And now here's Hay up the other way. It just goes to show you one chance on one end of the ice and now another one on the other. Hockey's a game of all about momentum. Sent up the middle to Parsons. Hand's going to take it back. Oh, lowering the boom there with a hit on the boards from Toms. Toms is a 2010, but let me tell you, he's not afraid to throw around the body. There's Norman with a shot at the blocker, turned aside.
Ooh. Norman smart with the puck on the blue line there.
Yeah, Quinn Norman, kind of like the second coming of Cale McCarr here in Newfoundland and Labrador. Dale, what have you enjoyed about the game so far here?
I'm enjoying the speed. The hits were good there in the first couple minutes, actually, when we didn't have any sound, but they've kind of dwindled off there now. I like a good hit. I like a good, clean hit.
This has actually been the most physical game so far in this tournament. I haven't seen very much physicality until this game we're watching right here.
Well, it looks like the physicality is coming from MMT there. So I think being down 2 games They're looking to hustle to get back into it.
Gillard tried to drop it back, but it was intercepted by Drew Moores. Drew Moores is actually related to Danny Cleary by marriage because he's cousins with Graham Cleary. Not going to go down through that family tree, but yeah, he's related to Danny Cleary by marriage, so he's known Danny for a pretty long time. Here's Moores coming in. Power. Tried to drop it back. Fired on goal. Power will turn it away, and now it's Lacey. Dumping it back down low into the corner. Sent up for Gillard. Shoveled in front of the net, turned aside again. MMT have been on fire so far in this game. They just haven't been able to really get a lot of shots on net here.
They have been, but I've noticed now Crosbie is, all their forwards are back. They're collapsing in front of their net. You're not going to have any MMT players in front of the net without a Crosbie player there.
So Dale, you're Corey Crocker here on the MMT bench. What are you going to tell them to do now that they got the momentum on their side?
Oh, this is it. Keep it going, guys. Keep your foot on the gas. Obviously you need some goals here now, so offense, offense, offense. I think Corey knows all that, being a very skilled hockey player himself.
Yeah, Corey Crocker also coached the Conception Bay Seabees in the Herder. Took them to a Herder victory in 2013. Actually, the funny thing about that, the night that they won the Herder back in 2013, Danny Cleary had a game against the Vancouver Canucks and sniped his 6th goal of the season. They had him on Hockey Night in Canada after hour, and they said, Danny, I don't know if you know, but your Seabees just won the Herder. And he couldn't believe it. He was so excited. But yeah, he sniped his 6th goal of the season against the Canucks, and then after the game, he found out that his hometown took home the Herder and his best friend was coaching.
That had to be exciting.
Cleared down to Wolf. Just slipped by Bursey there on the board. Sent ahead to Hirley-Eye. Here's Hirley-Eye coming in. Lays it down low to Swain, and it goes all the way around the boards. Up the middle now, Bursey 2-on-2 up the other way. Bursey cuts across. Holds onto the puck, and that's given away, and now an opportunity here. Swain comes in, drops back to Hirley-Eye, who shoots, and a save. The rebound pops out to Collingwood. Collingwood attempted to keep it in, and now he's got to get back quickly here. It's Bursey with Cameron Hay. Redirected the shot, just couldn't finish the job. And now here's another opportunity. Higdon couldn't get the shot off as well.
Good hustle by Collingwood getting back on that one.
Now it's Hay flipping it to Higdon. And it's chipped out to Bishop, who tried to keep it in, but Burry's going to get there, and now this looks dangerous. It's a 2-on-1. Toms to Parsons. Burry alone in front. Backdoor, and he couldn't find Toms, but you could see that play coming.
He was looking for him.
And there's another shot, and O'Connell will glove it down. Dale, he's been red hot.
O'Connell, yes. Oh, my goodness. The save that he had there just a short time ago. Stick on the ice.
He had a rough game yesterday against Advanced Auto, I believe that was, but he's certainly bounced back.
Looking good out there.
And you're a goalie dad yourself. Your daughter plays goalkeeper for soccer.
That's correct.
So it's pretty, you know how nerve-wracking it is sometimes.
Absolutely. As a parent of a goalie, you almost want to be by yourself, behind the net, not listening to the other parents and some of the stuff they're saying about the goalie.
Played out to the blue line. Bishop with a shot.
I don't think he looked at where he was shooting it then.
Yeah, he almost smoked Lacey in the face then with that puck. Here's Cameron Hay now.
Oh, nice try. Hay, he tried to dish that in front of the net before he went around. That would have worked out great.
And there's a shot after the buzzer of Bishop. And luckily, this isn't high school hockey because the fans would be on the ice.
Do you go to many high school games?
Yeah, well, this year I was fortunate enough to be involved with the Gonzaga Vikings Tier 1 team, doing a bit of announcing with them. So saw some crazy stuff.
Oh, absolutely.
Game sheets filled out with penalties.
Yeah.
But no, it was fun to watch, and I'm hoping this year I'll be able to play Tier 2
Right on.
with the Tier 2 team, because I
That'd be
know
awesome.
I'm not good enough to make Tier 1. I can tell you that right now. But yeah, I'll definitely try for Tier 2.
Yeah, no, lots of good high school players, I got to say. And everybody wants to play high school hockey. High school hockey is where it's at. There's that extra little oomph you got when you're playing with the guys you go to school with or that you grew up with, or there's a lot of pride too.
Yeah, and the fans are pretty crazy as well. They got the craziest fans, I think, high school hockey.
Absolutely.
Even rivaling the Novice Select Tournament fans, I think.
Yes.
Here's Collingwood over to Norman, and there's a Novice Select banner hanging in the rafters here right in front of us from 2023. Remember calling that game. Paradise won 3-2 against Northeast Eagles to take home that banner that you see in the rafters, and we got a penalty shot coming up here.
Oh, I love these. This is where everyone lines up on the blue line, eh?
Yeah, it's same as last year. And who's taking it here? Let's see.
Oh, no, there was always one cheater last year that jumped up before anybody else. Look at this. Morris is already on his feet. Oh, he's not going. I thought he was staying on his feet because he was going to go.
So Gillard takes the shot, a couple of rebounds, and somehow Edwards keeps it out of the net. So Danny Cleary, I mentioned this last year, but we got a lot of new viewers this year. Danny Cleary's first career playoff goal for the Detroit Red Wings came from a penalty shot.
Oh, wow.
Against Mika Kiprasov and the Calgary Flames.
It's that's Seth Folks' Google of hockey. He knows it all.
Comes up ice to Hutchins. If Mom was still here, she'd say, I wish he could do that with school.
Oh,
There's
there
a
you
shot
go.
and a nice goal by
Baldwin.
Baldwin.
Nice.
Beautiful tip-in.
That's beautiful. Following up the play.
And it's a 1-1 game. Dale, what did you see with that goal right there?
Good things come, again, to those that are in front of the net. That was one of those, who is it, the Edmonton Oilers?
Zach Hyman.
Zach Hyman goal, right? Right there in front of the net. Just tap it in. Just tap it in.
Yeah, well, they don't ask how, they ask how many.
That's right, exactly.
And Baldwin is on the board, and it's a 1-1 game here.
Good job.
I think this one could go to a shootout. I'm going to make an early prediction here and say we'll see a shootout. And a rule change from last year, Dale, that I'll read out. If the shootout is still tied after 3 players, it's a race to the blue line. You pick your fastest player from each team. Oh, an open net missed right there by Moores.
My word.
But you pick your fastest player from each team, and you got to race from the goal line all the way to the far blue line. Fastest player wins the game for your team.
Oh, wow.
Can you imagine losing the showcase
Oh, exactly.
due to a race? That'd be exciting to see, though.
Would be exciting to see. Who would you call right now from
For
each team?
MMT, I'm going Quinn Norman,
Yeah.
from what I've seen, and probably Cameron Hay for Crosby
Oh, nice.
Engineering. Definitely. Those are my picks. How about you?
I don't know. I'm going to have to watch a little bit longer now because some of these guys can definitely fly. I always go for those short fellas, the 5'4" fella that can skate his butt off.
Yeah, the Martin St. Louis of the world.
Exactly. There you go.
Left behind for Moores. Let's see what he can do. Oh, that was a good look up there to Hutchings. Just couldn't get it through. Now it's sent up to Pittman. Pittman gunning his way forward. Now Lacey cuts back and waits. Pittman couldn't get a hold of the puck, and now it makes its way back into Crosbie Engineering territory as Moores is hard on the pressure.
Good on hand on defensive there. He wasn't even looking at the puck. He was taking the body all the way.
And there's Cameron Hay shooting the rebound. Didn't come out in time. And another great look there. Just couldn't get it past the
That's
defense.
right. Swan was looking for it right away. He was in behind the defenseman.
Hay drops it back. Pittman in front. Higdon went for a little spinorama there. Now Hay with Sear pressuring him. Sear trying to get a hold of it. Up the wing it goes, and now it's Cameron Hay. That must have been a set play. That was really smooth. And it's Cameron Hay who scores a beautiful goal off some beautiful passing, and it's a 2-1 game.
You're not wrong, Seth. He's fast, eh? Outside there.
Just flew past the defense And Dale, that was some nice passing.
It was. Do you think your dad could do the replay on it for us there? I'd like to see that speed coming around the outside again.
Now, Dale, don't forget he's 56, all right? He was born in 1968. Yeah, he'll be texting somebody like, Seth, how do I send the text? And I got to come up and help him. No, that's something we've been working on, is getting replays. We just haven't been able to get around to it yet, but hopefully next year we'll get it done.
There you go.
I'd love to have some replays. Video review. Get the iPad down in the box. Out to the point to Power. Banks has it. Power with the shot, and that was a howitzer on net.
It looked easy for O'Connell, though, eh? Not O'Connell, but Edwards.
He was a under-18 AAA AP this year. And maybe next year he might just make the team. A year can make a big difference in a player, and we saw that this year in under-13 AAA, the kids that are coming up next year. Grayson English played D, and then this past season he played AAA, so he went from D to AAA in 1 year. Then Ethan Whalen, who we actually interviewed today, went from B to AAA, so there was a couple of big jumps in that league.
Wow.
And the summer can do a big difference.
Oh, for sure, right? Height-wise, weight-wise, conditioning. No, these kids are doing conditioning all year round as well. I notice the goalies are getting a lot sharper too.
So Edwards was debating coming out and playing that, but he's going to let it go for an icing call.
So where do most of these guys play now? Are they all like St. John's or Avalon region, or are there?
Yeah, this year was a lot of 2009s. We saw a lot of 2009s coming to the camp this year.
Right
So that makes up most of the population. There's a lot of people coming in from out west and out central and in the Tri-Pen area that are coming in for this camp this year. I think there might actually be more from away than from here in town in Mount Pearl and CBS, those regions.
Right on.
And we got people come down from Ontario, Alberta, so this is becoming kind of a Canadian-wide camp.
Well, I guess that's why they're doing trades for next year.
Exactly. Second-round pick, future considerations.
Exactly. I think being 1 goal down now, if I was Crocker, I'd be telling these kids, when you're close to the net, start shooting, because it looks like they're trying to make that extra pass in front of the net, especially when it's congested with all of Crosby's players there.
Now, since Corey is the coach of Genoa, do you think there might be a bit of manipulating there on the bench to try to get Genoa in a better spot? Comes up the middle. Here's Parsons coming in, and a nice play by Bishop to fend him off the puck.
So now Parsons doesn't have that breakaway speed there that you were saying about earlier. Now, mind you, he might be gassed. And, of course, he's the one controlling the puck, so a little bit harder than just a straight skate.
And tried to clear it out. Lacey comes in for it. Lacey played B last year, and now he jumped up to AA this year. Actually played against him in my provincials last year. Well, in 2023, not last season, when we hosted them at DF Barnes. Sent all the way up the ice, and there's an opportunity for Baldwin. He comes in and fires. It's up in the air, and it looked like that could have snuck past O'Connell. Here's Pittman now. 2-on-1. Could have been a slash there if he didn't have a cage.
That's right. With a high stick.
And now it's Hayes trying to find it in front of the net. And actually, forgot to mention this, with Cameron Hayes' goal just then, he ties Ben Vitch for the tournament lead in points. I think he might be playing in the other arena. I could be wrong. I'll try to see if I can get an update about that. But yeah, they're both deadlocked at 7 points right now.
That's impressive.
It's reset in MMT zone.
Well, Baldwin was looking for it right up in the middle. Had a stick up in the air calling for it.
Pittman will play it through to Hay, and he just couldn't get it all the way through. Graham Pittman actually called his bronze medal under 15 AAA provincial game this year. Him and I think I got this name right, Kalen Connors, they had 6 points each. They were unbelievable together. They were like Draisaitl and McDavid. And those two, I think it was either Kalen or Graham that had 4 goals. and the other had 4 assists on the 4 goals. And then it was either Graham or Kalen that had 2 goals, and then the other had the 2 assists on the 2 goals. Like, it was crazy.
Yeah, you love seeing that when guys gel.
Too bad they're not on the same team here in this. And Kalen,
exactly.
I don't see his name on the roster, but hopefully next year they can get him back together because that'd be dangerous. And now a golden opportunity here for MMT. It's a 2-on-1. Hutchins going to the back door, and a save by O'Connell, and it's on top of the net, just not in the net.
That's right.
Puck's bouncing along the top of the net. Brings back a lot of bad memories from Game 7 against Boston this year. Toronto.
That's on that play, Hutchings had to wait for a little bit at the blue line there for his player to catch up to him. I think he lost a little bit of speed going into the net.
Comes up to Banks.
This is Toronto's year, though.
Wow, that's coming from can we get somebody to take a video of that? That's coming from a Habs fan, ladies and gentlemen, right there. Saying that it's Toronto's year. Man, do I hope it's Toronto's year.
That's what every Toronto fan says, isn't it?
Oh, that was a bit of a U-turn at the end there.
This is Toronto's year.
No, they really built up the defensive core this year, I got to say.
Yeah.
Got some big, burly defensemen.
Yep.
It's too bad Heikenpää might never play again, though. He would have been a really good signing. 6'7", from Finland, I believe he is. He would have been amazing on the back line, but looks like his injuries are just going to catch up to him, which is too bad. But I do think with Craig Berube coming in for Toronto, they'll do pretty well.
Yeah.
I'm hoping.
Well, I mean, I'm not going to talk bad about people, but I don't think Keefe was getting the job done.
No, I actually met Sheldon Keefe when I was up in Toronto watching the Islanders and Leafs game in the hotel lobby of the Delta.
Oh, right on.
And I said, I came all the way from Newfoundland. I said, please win this game for me tonight. And they lost with 2 minutes left.
MT got away with a trip there. Crosby got away with a trip there behind the net.
Yeah, that was a bit of a close call there. That's a giveaway, and now a 3-on-2 up the other way, an odd man rush. Here's Cleary dropping it back. Here's I. Going to get there, and nice job to wriggle away there on the boards. Here's I still keeping the puck. He's going to get it to Swain. Up to Here's I. Back to Swain. Swain with Norman out at the blue line. Swain holds, waits. He'll drop it off for Norman. Norman will play it down low. I remember in U13 AAA when Henry Collingwood played for the Knights, his coach Daryl Mugford used to park him in front of the net on the power play, so he'd have Henry Collingwood play forward and just screen him right in front of the goalie, and it used to work every time.
Smart. That's a play that we do with the Matthews boys.
Yeah, exactly. If they're watching, shout out to them.
Yeah.
3 triplets that all play hockey, and they're all big boys. That's not a bad plan for next year if we got them on our team.
Exactly, especially when you got somebody like Gavin, who's got that extra bit of intensity that he brings. They're not going to go down easy.
Here's an opportunity for Bursey.
I think they let that offside go.
Yeah, that was a pretty tight call there. Still having a bit of trouble charging the MacBook here, so if the stream just cuts out, it might be because our MacBook died. I just tried to plug it in again there. The cord is going a little bit wonky, so I just want to give everybody a little warning there. Hopefully it doesn't happen. But you never know.
I guess my curse continues.
The Dale Kearley curse, everyone. Here's Bursey now. Takes the shot.
Nice
What
shot.
a ripper. Beautiful goal by Daniel Bursey.
Now, would you call that a toe drag shot?
Oh, that was definitely a toe drag release from him. Daniel Bursey used to play out in Labrador, moved in this year to play with Tri-Pen. So shout out to all his people in Labrador. That was a beautiful goal.
I'd say he's practiced that a time or two in front of the net at home. On the driveway. Toe drag.
Oh, definitely. Set up the targets in the net, the water bottles.
Toe drag, top left corner. Oh.
Ooh, nice look at the stretch pass there to Higdon. Just couldn't get it, and icing is waved off. Hay tried to get a hold of the puck. Now it's given away. Here's Cameron Hay. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, that was pretty. That was pretty.
Really nice try.
Toe dragged it between his legs, deked to the right, and shot up just a tad too high.
Just flipped it up over the nets. Oh, so close.
What a
Oh,
beautiful
so
play.
close that was.
Clearly patient with the puck. I mean, had the time to do it. Oh, here we go.
Here's Drew Morris. He got an option coming to the net. Will Morris take it?
Oh.
And O'Connell just gets enough on it, and that'll probably be enough to finish off the period here.
What a save.
Yeah, it looks like they're just going to let the clock run out here. Well, what an eventful second period. We're going to head into the second intermission. And once we come back, we have a 20-minute third period up. Folks, enjoy your break. Myself and Dale will definitely enjoy ours, and we'll be back once the third period commences. All right, everybody, welcome back to our third and final period of play between MMT and Crosbie Engineering. MMT picked up their first win of the tournament this morning. So let's see if they can pick up back-to-back here. They got tough road to get there, Dale.
Yeah, here I thought they lost a couple, but they didn't. They won one this morning. I was saying, Seth, is there any more job that's more scrutinized than the Zamboni driver? I mean, look at the piece of ice that he missed. Of course, everybody's sitting there watching the Zamboni driver thinking, I can do that. I can do a better job than that.
Yeah, I'd probably send it right through the boards. I'd go right through the boards if I ever drove a Zamboni.
That's right. That's definitely a skill. Kudos to the Zamboni drivers out there.
Yeah, or I'd like drift it and like hit somebody. Like I wouldn't be able to do it. I can barely even drive a car.
Especially the winter, eh? All that sliding around. It's good on ice.
Yeah, that's going to be fun this year. Interesting experience now with
right.
my permit this year. So trying to get a bit of driving under my belt.
Man, oh man. Freedom.
Yep, I'll have my license in April. Still looking to do driving school. That gave me my license in December, but we'll see.
That's right. So are you out much practicing?
I haven't really been.
No?
No. I'm driving a bit of a big side-by-side, though, so that kind of helps me out a little bit, too.
Well, you got a truck and a van in the household, too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the paycheck from this will go straight to a car next year. Straight to the car savings.
Smart.
Maybe get a Danny Cleary branded car. Danny Cleary hockey school car.
There you go, get it wrapped.
I would like that guy with the truck, you know, the Maple Leafs truck. He got like the Maple Leafs truck. That'll be me. I'll have like the flags on the side and everything. Go Leafs go, Austin Matthews, you know.
I'm a huge Habs fan, but there was one car in Nova Scotia that I saw. It had to be like a Chevy Aveo or something, and it was like green and rusted right out, but it was like, you know, Habs paraphernalia. Like, it looked terrible. Absolutely terrible.
Yeah, well, if let's say Toronto makes the finals next year, I'm putting Leafs flags on the van. I'm putting the banner in the trunk. Like I'm going all out. If Toronto go on a finals run like the Oilers did,
There you go.
all out. Yeah, I know I shouldn't be saying that here at a Red Wings camp, but I love my Leafs. I don't mind the Red Wings. Like if the Red Wings won the cup, I wouldn't be upset about it. I'd be happy about it because Danny would get his ring. Rebecca would get a ring.
Exactly.
Rebecca Babb. I think Corey would even get a ring too because he's a scout. So
There you go.
that'd be pretty cool to see as well. See those guys get a ring. Danny get his second as a Red Wing.
I like to say any of the original 6 teams, people don't mind seeing them get cups, right?
Yeah, as long as it's not Boston or Montreal, I'm okay.
Or Toronto, yeah. That's terrible.
Yeah, I cheer for Alex on Montreal, but I don't cheer for anybody else. Yeah, 3 players in the NHL I let score on the Leafs is Crosbie, Mercer, and Newhook. Everybody else I don't allow.
Let's hope Newhook gets lots of goals this year against the Leafs.
All right, well, let's see what this third period has in store. 3-1 game, 20 minutes left to go. What can MMT do? What do they have up their sleeve? And actually, MMT have played 3 games this tournament. Every single one has gone to a shootout. Every single game, which is crazy and very nerve-wracking for the goaltending parents.
Well, let's hope we're on the positive side of that now.
Here's Cleary ripping it from the corner. Hay couldn't get a hold of it. And now there's a opportunity in front, and they score,
nice.
and it made its way in.
Well, that was a nice save originally,
And that's
but
Evan Higdon is going to get that goal, his second of the tournament, and Cameron Hay will push forward to the leading point scorer this week, Dale.
yeah, I think Edwards would like to see how that one went in because he had the first one and he shoveled the puck to the side, but it made its way in. We got Crocker's not on the bench anymore there. It's, we got another coach.
Yeah, we got Jeff Lewis on the bench. He's the real coach of MMT,
okay,
so
right
he's
on.
back.
He must have been out doing paperwork or something. indisposed for a little while.
Yeah, fired the coach. Now he's back again. Interim head coach was Corey Crocker.
That's right. Jeff doesn't like using the bathrooms here at the rink, so he went home. No, I'm kidding.
Who knows? Who knows? Yeah, he was out on the ice with the under 14s a couple minutes before this game started, so I don't know if that had anything to do with it. But he's on the bench there now, and he's a busy man. He's been buzzing around the arena. I'll see him on that ice sheet, and then I'll turn away, and next thing you know, he's over here. Like, it's crazy.
Yeah.
It's a well-oiled machine, this campus.
He's got his clipboard out.
O'Connell's going to leave it behind the net. Swain going to come in. And now that puck is given away. Comes out to the blue line and now out to the neutral zone for Collingwood, who's going to fire that one back in.
I would have figured that would have been a high stick call. Knocked it down well over his shoulder.
Coates up to Banks. I don't think I've ever seen a high-sticking penalty in any game I've ever called. I've obviously seen high-sticking calls, but never a penalty for high-sticking yet. So we'll see. I guess with the cages, it doesn't really matter, I suppose. Here's Collingwood muscling his way forward. It's chipped off the wall. Collingwood gets a stick lifted, and now it's Lacey who's going to get it. He got Hurley eye open. That puck is given away, and an opportunity here for Crosbie. Oh,
wow.
My goodness.
Wow, what a shot.
Unbelievable goal by Brandon Gillard. Put a top shelf with Patty Daly. It's a 5-1 lead for Crosbie Engineering.
He did not have much room to put that puck in, and he found it. Great job.
I think we should just end the game because of that goal. That was such a nice goal.
5-1 now. Doesn't look good for MMT. This is where you finish the game hard, guys.
Yeah, this is where it really shows your character is.
That's right.
Once you get down like this.
Exactly.
Well, I know this isn't hockey related, but the Olympic games start tomorrow, but Olympic soccer started yesterday for the men's, and it starts today for the women's. So the women's team kicks off against New Zealand at 12:30. So in 6 minutes, you can catch that on CBC. And the Olympic opening ceremonies are tomorrow at 12:30, also on CBC. Kicks off in Paris, and they got some pretty cool venues over there for the Olympics this year.
Yeah, I hear that the opening ceremonies are not at the stadium either.
It's right next to the Eiffel Tower.
Yeah, so it's right along the river, is it?
Right along the river, yeah, at the Eiffel Tower. Now, I got to ask you another question that's not related to hockey, but is there a dream city you'd like to see host the Winter and Summer Olympics?
I have no idea.
I'd love to see Toronto. I mean, I know that's pretty biased because, you know.
Exactly, but again, a city like that would be able to host it, obviously, with all the venues that they have, right?
Yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing that winter and summer, but I'll go with winter where it's in Canada. And for summer, I'd say Miami. I think Miami would be wicked.
Ooh, wow.
Wicked venue.
That'd be warm for the Summer Olympics.
Yeah, but I think that would go pretty well in Miami. But unfortunately, I'm not on the Olympic committee, so I have no say, but...
And I haven't traveled to many places, so there's nowhere that I could think of possibly that I'd like to see the Olympics played.
I mean, obviously, right here in Paradise would be great, but maybe a little bit too expensive for here in Newfoundland. But I mean, we would take it.
There you go. Well, the beauty of the Olympics like that is that you're getting things built. Oh, nice try.
Great save by Edwards, and oh my, so. We got a racket down there in the corner. I haven't seen that happen yet.
Who's that,
Pittman and Collingwood.
No.
I haven't seen that happen yet. Not last year, not this year. This is the first time I've seen a fight at this camp.
No.
It's unfortunate that had to happen because usually a lot of these guys are buddies, but hopefully they can get this sorted out here.
No, again, that's one where you like to see the replay to exactly see what transpired there. Maybe it might have been a little bit too aggressive on Pittman, and Collingwood didn't like it because they were already up by so many. Or that's strictly speculation, folks. That's not what entirely happened. I'm only guessing. And they're both going in the same door.
That's a recipe for disaster right there.
Yeah, he's giving him a little bit before he goes. So, they're having some words with each other.
Yeah, I have not seen that happen yet. I mean, and I never thought it would, to be honest with you,
No.
here at this camp.
Exactly. What happens on the ice stays on the ice, guys. Don't take that off the ice with you, ever.
Yeah, hopefully nothing goes down under us here.
Yeah, I can't.
Hopefully we don't hear like a couple of, smacks or anything.
Yeah, I don't think there will be.
But, you can't keep your temper all the time, and we're not condoning fighting, but it's too bad that it had to turn out like that. And hopefully they can make up now after the game.
That's right.
Because we don't want to see any beef being created here at the Cleary Hockey Showcase. And I guess it's good that that's the first fight there's been, because that shows something.
Exactly. That's right. Yeah, it shows that the guys are here to learn and to be aggressive and to play hard. Right. Next year we're going to bring in who's
Ryan Reeves.
Yeah, Reeves, or I'm thinking of the
Probert.
no, Edmonton player, Larac, the George Larac School of
Oh,
Fighting.
yes. Yeah, I guess Danny must have played with him. 'Cause
Oh, yes.
Danny Cleary was with the Edmonton Oilers, so maybe that's not out of the woods. Bishop trying to play it up the middle. Now Baldwin going to come over and take it. Lacey going to take it in behind his own net. Now he played it up the side. I mean, that physicality has been brewing the whole game. These two teams have been throwing around the body.
Absolutely. And both of them are big losses for their teams, Collingwood and Pittman. I mean, they've both been playing really well and really physical.
Here's Sear coming in for it.
Ooh.
And attempted hit there
exactly.
by Drew Moores.
He had him lined up. I thought he was going for it.
Yeah, Drew Moores, despite his small stature, he's not afraid of anything. Let me tell you that right now. Played soccer against him a couple of times as well. Haven't been the same level as him in terms of hockey. But he's a great soccer player. I think he made Canada Games as well. I don't know if he's an AP or on the team, but he's been training with them, and big multi-sport athlete. Here's Gillard now up the other way. Gillard had that beautiful goal just a couple of minutes ago to kick off the third period. Now it's Swain. Finds his way away from Gillard. Sent up the middle now, and it's Quinn Norman. He's getting his wheels burning. Quinn Norman comes in and shoots, and a save by O'Connell. Hasn't given Quinn very many options. Liam O'Connell hasn't.
No, definitely not. No, he's playing really well. He's making it look easy out there.
So just 10:50 left to go in this third period, and I think it might be safe to say that Crosbie Engineering are going to take this one here.
I think so. Fights in the NHL normally hype people up. I think they kind of brought people down here today.
Well, I guess if got to see if Pittman had a assist and a goal, see if he got a real Gordie Howe hat trick.
Here you go. I think we had that conversation last time. Who was the one that had the most Gordie Howe hat tricks?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Cam Neely. Pretty sure. I'll have to check that after this game is done. For next game. So the next game on tap for today is at 1 o'clock, and it's Genoa versus Advanced Auto. Genoa has been steamrolling teams here in their last two games, so let's see if they can keep that trend going against Advanced Auto.
I think the last time I thought it was Brendan Shanahan. I think he was second. It
Could have been, yeah. Well, we even kind of invented and adopted the minor hockey Gordie Howe hat trick, which is a penalty, assist, and goal.
There you go.
So I'd like to know who has the most of those. I know for sure in the under-18 AAA division it was Nolan Avery. I'd say he had 4 or 5 this year of the minor hockey Gordie Howe hat tricks. Shout out to him if he's watching. Wolf with a nice fake there. And comes free out in front of the net to Lacey. Here's Evan Higdon. He shoots and scores.
He loves those top corners, doesn't he?
Tucks it in like a fitted sheet. And Evan Higdon makes this a 6-1 game with his second goal of the afternoon.
That was a great job. Coates used his body really well on the boards there as well to separate the defender from the puck.
That's what happens when you're in 2200 gym class with Mr. Tuck at Gonzaga, baby. So Evan I think the mics might have been down when we mentioned this, but Evan was in the same gym class as myself and Dale's son, Gavin. So we know Evan pretty good. Had to get Mr. Tuck to come to a game and watch Evan snipe him up in the top corner. A bit of banter because he's got a hat trick. I think that hit off his skate, but he's pointing at power, so we'll say it's power for now. But I don't know. I think if we saw a replay on that, that's Evan Higdon's.
Yeah, that bounced off a couple different players, actually, but I would give that to Higdon.
Yeah, Mr. Tuck would be proud about that. But a bit of banter. Myself and Mr. Tuck were the only 2 Leafs fans out of 27 kids in that gym class.
No, I would say you're probably the only 2 that admitted to being Leaf fans.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, it's tough. It's tough.
It is tough.
Yeah, but well, you know, you got to stick with your team.
Yeah.
And they're a joy to watch sometimes. So. And I know Danny Cleary and Corey Crocker are good friends with David Roper, who I believe is the assistant equipment manager of the Leafs. So I got to be careful that I don't criticize them too much. That was a beautiful pass to Cole Toms and a nice play, but O'Connell with another great save.
Man, oh man, he's lighting it up right there.
Now here's Toms trying to find it. It comes out to Parsons. And now all the way around the wall it goes to Burry. Dump down low, Hand gonna play it all the way around the boards, and it'll come out to the neutral zone for Norman. Oh nice my goodness, what a hit by Lacey.
That's beauty. Move it, move it.
And another classy thing you notice here, usually when there's big hits, the bench goes crazy, the crowd goes crazy, but nobody really does anything here, which is kind of refreshing to see. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. We're the ones that are up here. Oh my goodness. Whoa.
Loves a good hit.
Comes out to Norman.
Yep, he's got lots of patience on the blue line with that puck.
Tried to put it on net, and looks like he reversed somebody down there. And there's another hit.
It's totally separated from the puck. And again, Hutchings, not a big body, but using his body right.
Man, MMT is really throwing around the body here in this game.
And again, good clean hits too, right?
Oh, there's another hit there on the boards. And now it's Norman leading the charge. Quinn Norman.
Oh, just a tad bit too far.
Almost found Baldwin, and Moore's redirected it out to the point to Wolf. Wolf puts it on and easily stopped in net by O'Connell.
That's a good chip for Hutchings. He was looking for the puck on the right side there. Would have been nice if he got the pass across. Again, I say that, but of course, being down 7-1, you want to get pucks on net. You're just contradicting yourself, Dale.
Yeah, well, my prediction of a shootout has gone horribly wrong here in this game. It looked like it was going to be close at the start.
Yeah. As soon as you said their games have been one-goal games, you knew it wasn't going to end in a one-goal game.
Yeah, well, how about I intentionally jinx the next game for us and say it's going to be a blowout and no race next game. Definitely not going to be a race next game. Try to get that for us. That'd be exciting to see.
It would be. I'd look forward to that.
Ooh. Oh, Norman avoiding the hit, and there's a shot by Hutchings. Genoa actually had a big win yesterday against Moorfrost, 8-1.
Oh, well.
This one is 7-1. So 1 goal away from tying the biggest win of this tournament. Here's Hay in front, and that almost did it just then. Here's Moores. He'll just flip it down into the corner. Now pass ahead, Norman couldn't get it, and it's Hay taking off. Cameron Hay moving in. Shot steered wide of the net. Now Lacey will play it all the way around to Sear.
Hay pretty sturdy on his feet there. He had 2 guys draped on him, and he still made his way to the net. Good job.
Healy using his space wisely. Gives it to Lacey, and now up to Swain. Down low to Cleary. He tries to chip it out to center. And Norman will flip it back to Swain. There comes Swain. Healy just behind him. Swain still keeping a hold of the puck. He'll get it out to the blue line. And here's a ripper from the point. Puck got stopped just in front. Now another chance. Sear to Wolf, back to Swain. Dragged just wide of the goal. Cleary gets hit by Healy. Haven't had a whistle in a long time in this matchup, and we might get one here. No, icing waved off as Gillard has it down behind the net. Gillard's going to snipe it back into the zone. Lacey.
High shot right in the armpit, that was. Gillard likes going high.
Here's Healy sandwiched up against the boards by Bishop. 2:25 left to go in this third period of play. Now it's Swain cutting across. Beautiful moves from him. Just couldn't take it the full length.
Nice play.
Norman back to Wolf. There's a shot. And again, it's turned wide of the net. Gillard.
There's your whistle.
Send it all the way down for an icing call with 1:57 left to go.
7-1. We know what the score is on the other side.
Looks like we got a couple of people watching through the windows here, so we got a couple barriers.
It was 1-0 at the end of the second.
Yeah, Moorfrost did have the lead heading into the third period. Comes out to Norman. Oh, what a save by O'Connell.
Man, O'Connell, he's on the ball. Oh, we got the music happening here in the background. So nice.
And we don't have to worry about copyright anymore since we're on AO Live TV.
Oh, there you go. Was it through Facebook that it was a copyright?
Yeah, Facebook and YouTube. We had a lot of trouble. My Facebook account was actually banned for a couple of months before we just got it back in June. So all my memories were very close to being all gone. My account made a comeback. Here comes Norman. Tried to dance around Bursey, just couldn't do it, and now it's Toms. Sends it over to Norman.
Sees the ice very well, doesn't he?
He is quite the player. He's still got a hold of the puck, and now he sent it in front in a great effort, but it was just stopped by O'Connell. Man, Crosbie Engineering have gelled together here today.
They have. They're playing very well.
We have no way of knowing who's going to make it to the final. Right now, it looks like Genoil is the only team that could probably maybe get in. Everything else is still up for grabs. MMT could still get in. Crosbie could still get in. Like, everything is still up for grabs.
So how many teams are there?
I want to say there's 6.
The 6, so the top 4.
Yeah, I want to say there's 6. There's Moores coming in after it. Cleared back out to center ice as Lacey chases for the puck. Sent all the way back out to Cleary. And unless we see one of the greatest hockey moments in history, I think Crosbie Engineering is going to take this one.
6 goals in 10 seconds.
Sent all the way down the ice, and O'Connell just going to come out and play it, and that's going to do it. A dominant showing here today from Crosbie Engineering. They take this one 7-1. Folks, thank you so much for tuning in this one. Myself and Dale will be back at 1 o'clock for the final game of the day between Genoil and Advanced Auto. Be sure to be kind to one another, stay safe, and we'll see you then.